Japan, home of 10 out of 10 quality food. Sorry, home of great food, aesthetically pleasing scenery, anime, and games that you may or may not have heard of that I like. How did I get into these games, I hear you ask? And if you didn't, well, because I'm gonna tell you anyways. I grew up watching such classics as Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Naruto, which led to this. Perhaps I've evolved. These shows shaped my childhood, but also piqued my interest to find out what Japan had to offer. Nico, how does this connect to gaming? Good question. Japan itself isn't just the hometown of anime. Oh no. It's also the place where some gaming classics were born, such as Silent Hill, Legends of Zelda, Pac-Man, and surprise, Pokemon. Honestly, I could go on all day, so buckle up, grab a beverage, and prepare for a ramble, because here's a list in no particular order of some of my favourite Japanese games. Do with this list what you will. Corpse Party. Great game, would highly recommend. Without giving too many spoilers, before the game begins, you're introduced to the characters, who just so happen to be a group of Japanese students, and for some reason their teacher. Gaming 101. Each character you're introduced to will play an important role as the story unfolds. After sharing a ghost story, an unexpected earthquake hits, which honestly is a bit convenient. The students and that one teacher are teleported from their nice, clean, safe school, and you guessed it, put into a schoolhouse that's hot looking, run down, and evil spirit infested. Could see a few health hazards there. After that, you play the rest of the game in this run down schoolhouse. Fun. Love the pixel art style with this because in a way it just makes me feel quite nostalgic. It reminds me of old school gaming. In a way, it's like a throwback moment. Even though this game isn't as detailed as, say, the new Resident Evil 2 remake, for example, Corpse Party still manages to provide the shock factor. Yours discretion is advised. As the story unfolds, you get the opportunity to play as each student and that one teacher. You can see I'm keeping this gag going. You've got your save points, which are plotted around the schoolhouse. Of course. Sticking with a similar anime theme, Tales of Xillia. Tales of Xillia happened to catch my eye because of its anime art style. Perhaps the anime fan that I am was really out that day. If you've ever seen a movie, show, a game with the insert whatever it is living amongst humans plot, that's Tales of Xillia in a nutshell. The entirety of the game is set in a mystical realm called Ries Maxia. Instead of robots of all shapes and sizes, vampires or ghouls, instead of all that, it's ethereal spirits and weird colourful monsters that want to fight you. The particular game allows you to choose who you play the game out as of the two main protagonists, Neela Maxwell or Jude Mathis, whatever. I'll be real, I'm the worst at explaining and I don't want to give too much away with the story in case you want to play it for yourself. Throughout the game you have endless opportunities to, 1v1 those monsters. Perfect opportunity for you to build up your points, powers, to unlock items and potions, make your combat in a boss round that bit better. Pretty straightforward. As the story progresses, you meet more characters who then join and help you during battle. Kinda reminded me of Final Fantasy, which I love. Characters' combat style is different, and honestly, the characters are just incredibly extra. I relate. Some incredible and aesthetically pleasing scenery just adds to why I like it. One thing I will say about this game, which isn't necessarily a big issue, it's just a personal preference, an opinion. All opinions are my own. One thing I will say about this game is I wasn't really a fan of the dubbed version. I prefer subbed over dubbed. You yourself prefer dubbed over subbed, that's down to you. Felt when anything dramatic happened, characters had a very monotone, oh no, you've just been stabbed. I mean, honestly, me. Japanese voice actors really delivered and just gave it the dramatic tension that it needed. Finally, we've reached the final game in this list. I can hear your sigh of relief from here, or was it mine? If you've made it this far in the video, well done you. I have nothing to offer you but my time and, well, this last game. Japanese horror game that was released on the Wii in 2009. Surprise! Is about the famous horror movie franchise, The Grudge. Now, I remember when this game first came out, I was terrified to play it, but couldn't stop myself in the end. Really moved away from the soft games of this one. Focuses around a curse that manifests if someone dies with a grudge. The curse can basically corrupt anyone who comes in contact with it, entering the place where the curse appeared, or coming into contact with anyone who already has the curse. Spooky stuff. What do you know? Family moves into the property where a woman was brutally murdered, and you guessed it, where the curse was manifested. There's a total of 5 different episodes to play throughout the game. You get to play as each family member who's been exposed to this curse. Each episode takes place in a different location, but the things that connect each episode together is a meowing child, creepy lady, and a torch that's batteries last about as long as my attention span. When the game first came out, it provided the horror, some pretty good jump scare moments. Graphics wise at the time, it was pretty amazing, to me anyways. I mean, if they brought the game out now, it would probably be completely different. Now, the way the developers incorporated the Wii Remote into this game, I thought was genius. Using the Wii Remote as the torch, like, my mind blown. I think another thing I really loved about this game was the fact that they included some elements of Japanese folklore throughout the story. Locations actually mimic some real Japanese buildings as well. I don't know whose idea it was to incorporate the most iconic moments of the Grudge movie into the game, but it was everything. Would you look at the time? Hope you enjoyed this list and you enjoyed my ramblings, and if you didn't, I've got nothing to say to that, to be honest. You do you. If by some chance you did enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe, because, well, I might be back. And if I'm not, I've enjoyed my time. If I'm not, well, maybe that's for the best. Question of the day: is there any Japanese games that you're interested in or would recommend to people? If there is, feel free to comment below. You'll love a recommendation. Anyways, goodbye.